The best military and squad-based LitRPG and where to start. A reader's on-ramp for the integration era. The best squad stories in this genre all run on the same engine. The moment the team should break, and doesn't. Someone holds a line they have no business holding. Someone spends themselves so the others get clear. And the system is right there the whole time, keeping score of exactly what it cost. If you searched military LitRPG or squad-based LitRPG, this is an honest answer. 3 of the best, what each one actually does well, and then, clearly labeled, a pitch for mine. Credibility first. You can stop reading at the pitch if that's all you came for. First, the crew you'd bleed for. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Matt Dinniman's series is the genre's current center of gravity, and it earned the spot. 8 books deep now, reportedly past 6 million copies sold, with a Peacock live-action series greenlit and Seth MacFarlane producing. None of that is why people love it. They love it because a laid-off guy, his ex-girlfriend's cat, and a rotating cast of the doomed and the ridiculous somehow become a crew you'd follow down any floor of that dungeon. Earth gets demolished into a planetary game show. The survivors descend as contestants, and under all the profane spectacle sits the most reliable feeling in the genre. These people are all each other have, and the system that's killing them can see, precisely, how much they're worth to one another. If that's the hook, the integration era shares the crew and the accounting minus the madcap. It's a colder, more grounded book, and I won't set you up for laughs it doesn't deliver. What it keeps is the part where loyalty gets measured to the decimal. Next, the system as a war that switches on overnight. The system apocalypse. Dao Wong's series planted the flag for this whole corner of the genre and handed it a name. If system apocalypse is a new term to you, there's a whole post on it on the site. One ordinary day the system comes online across Earth, monsters and levels included, and everyone starts at level 1 whether they're ready or not. What follows stops being solo in a hurry. You survive by the unit you can build, and the people you trust at your back when the next wave arrives. Wong is good on the grind of getting strong enough to matter, and the slow work of assembling a group that can actually hold ground. If that's your itch, the integration era runs the same premise smaller and closer to the dirt. A single fire team, one extraction gone wrong, and a system watching to see who holds and who runs. Then, Train to Fight as a Unit, Iron Prince. Bryce O'Connor's Iron Prince in the Warformed Stormweaver series is the military academy pick on this shelf, and it's a strong one. A kid written off at the bottom of the ladder bonds with a rare combat AI and claws his way up through a brutal training program where cadets fighting graded, ranked combat and nobody climbs alone. The stat math is crunchy and legible, the exosuit fights are a real spectacle, and the pull is watching raw talent get forged into someone who can hold a formation. 2 books so far, with a 3rd still ahead, so you'd be starting a climb that's mid-ascent. If the academy information angle is what you're after, the integration era trades the school for a working military that already runs on teams, and asks the same question straight out. What is a unit worth once the system can measure it? So, here's the pitch. Here's where I switch hats. Everything above I'd recommend to a stranger with no agenda. This next one comes with one. The Integration Era is a science fiction series about a world remade by an alien system nobody asked for. It arrives, switches on without warning, and begins measuring every person in known space. 6 stats and a designation, a verdict on who you are that it then sets about making true. Where it lives on this particular shelf is the fire team. Register a team and the system starts tracking resonance. A number for what a handful of people become once they stop operating as separate parts. It rises through shared danger. It collapses when someone dies, and the crash carries a name the soldiers use like an injury. Grief, posted right there on the overlay. The system can tell you to the point what your squad is worth to each other. It just can't tell you what to do with that. The clearest way in is a short story called Load Bearing. 5 operators, 1 extraction, and the moment one of them has to hold a junction alone while the rest transit out. The system counts what it costs him. Whether his own team ever sees that number is the whole story. Want a squad story free? Start with load bearing. It reads in one sitting, and it's the fastest way to find out whether the integration era is for you. Free membership at integrationera.com puts every new post and story in your inbox the day it goes public. No designation required. The Integration Era is a science fiction series about a world remade by an alien system nobody asked for. You've been listening to The Integration Era by Charlie Forrett. All content is copyright 2026 by Charlie Forrett, all rights reserved. Voices produced by Speechify. New stories, world building, deep dives, character dossiers, and more are available now at integrationera.com. Subscribe to get notified when the next post drops. The system is watching. You might as well keep up.